Good morning, beauties. Welcome back to Hugs and Honey. I am Ariane. Good to see you today. Happy Tuesday. Hope your week is off to a great start. Let me know where you are tuning in from in the comments below. When you do that, we can put a little point on the map and create our virtual network across the globe, where we can see and visualize that we are not alone, that we have each other in this journey in life, and that we have similar struggles. Not everyone is the same. Everyone is unique, of course, and our struggles are all hard and feel very heavy for each of us when they happen. But some of the main struggles of life, like birth and death and failure and success and challenge and struggle, all of these things we all share. Everyone in life has these challenges and no one is immune to these. So sometimes when we're going through them, we feel alone. We feel like no one understands. We feel like we're all by ourselves and that, no one in the history of the world has ever felt the way that you do. And specifically, that's probably accurate, but many people can relate with their own experiences, because there's an expression, walking a mile in someone else's shoes. We can't actually do that, but we can walk next to them. We can walk, parallel to them and try to understand or empathize what other people are feeling based on our own experiences and how we felt in times like that, or how we felt that emotion created by a different scenario in our lives. But these challenges in our lives are there for a reason, and they are there to help up-level us, to help us learn lessons, to help us move through certain things and in our lives to make us better. And, they don't call them growing pains for nothing. Like, growing is actually kind of painful and difficult. And so when you're in a growth spurt, whether it be physically or emotionally, spiritually, mentally, whatever it is, it's not comfortable. It's really not comfortable. And so we have to remind ourselves of that. So like when we're going through a hard time, something that is challenging us, something that makes us feel sad or, whatever, it's just hard for us. Just know that we are up leveling. It's like going to the gym and really pushing heavy weight, and it hurts, right? It hurts so good. It's like super painful. And they say no pain, no gain, right? So when you're building muscle, you actually have to tear and rip the muscle and in order for it to grow. And the growth phase happens when it rests, when you rest. Because if you're constantly pushing your muscles and kind of tearing your muscles, then you won't grow. You have to rest. And so we need both, right? For growth, we need these phases of pushing really, really hard, and it's uncomfortable because we're pushing so hard and we're focusing all our energy into it. And then we also have to value and appreciate the opposite of pushing hard, which is resting, which allows the lessons and the up-leveling to integrate into our systems and into ourselves. And so, and this happens with all sorts of things. My daughter was actually talking yesterday about how she was so excited to go on her trip that she just came back from. And, the months before she went on the trip, she was focused on the trip. And then she went on the trip and it was so great. And then now she's like, doop-de-doop-de-doo, what do I do? There's not a lot to focus on. And so that transition is the time where we can allow these things to assimilate and integrate and marinate into our mind, spirit, and bodies, so that we can be stronger and up level and do more with our lives. And that's why we're here. We're here to evolve. We're on this journey of life. And that is what tarot is about. Today, I'm going to use the Work Your Light Oracle cards again. So we are going to use this deck that we used again yesterday. I was just looking to see if I wanted to use this deck. This is tarot deck, but I'm kind of feeling like I want to work with the Oracle deck today. So that's what we're going to do. So I'm shuffling the cards, and I don't know what we'll get today. I'm, just really becoming more familiar with this deck, and it's so beautiful, and the messages are amazing. So I will continue with that. Okay, so I've been shuffling the deck, and as you know, every day we pull a card that is for all of us, for us in our community here. And we pull a card with the intention of what would be helpful for us to learn today, what would be good for us to think about or ponder, to marinate on, or to, what do we need to know today? What would be important? What could we be warned by, validated? What is it today that is important for us to think about? So I will choose this card with that intention for us all, for the benefit and purpose of up-leveling for all of us. And so I am cutting the deck in the way that Rebecca Campbell sort of talked about. And so I'm using psychometry. We talked about it yesterday. If you want to understand what psychometry is, it's using our chakras in our hands for guidance. And so I'm just running my hands along this deck of cards. Okay, I think I felt it, but I'm going to go all the way. Yeah, okay, I felt it. So I just get like a little tingle in my hand and like a little power, like it's like drawing my hand towards one spot. And and it says to trust the niggle. Trust that niggle there. Okay, so that is, what is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? So what is that niggling feeling trying to tell you today? So do you have a niggling feeling? A niggling feeling, let me see, is like something that's kind of bothering you or irking you, or like is just making you think. So trust the niggle, page 52, okay. Okay, what is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? That niggling feeling, that annoying niggling feeling, that inconvenient, annoying niggling feeling. Try as you might, it's there. And it ain't going anywhere. Most people spend years ignoring their niggling feelings, throwing their best dollops of stubbornness, ego, and post-rationalization to numb them out. It's exhausting, and until you face the niggle, life just throws you more bait to awaken it, to draw your attention to the light within you that is bursting to come out. The niggle is an arrow pointing to what is standing in your way, the relationship, the conversation, the decision, the shift that needs to be made, the stone in your shoe. Often we feel the niggling feeling in our body first. Many people think that intuition is something from the higher realms, but in fact, it is the body that is the intuitive one, working through our senses to deliver vibrational information. It takes just a moment every day to scan your body to receive the intuitive intelligence and act on it quickly. You are being called to face the niggle right now. If you don't face it, the universe will throw something much bigger and more obvious in your path, and then you will likely regret that you didn't answer the niggle in the first place. I know it's scary, but you are safe. Answer the niggle now. What is your niggling feeling trying to tell you? So this is a great card to think about today. I actually have a niggle, so I've been working on that today. So this is very appropriate for me. And do you have a niggle? Do you have something that's going on? I love that word, niggle. Do you have something that's going on that's kind of like under the surface that you're thinking about that is kind of bothering you? I would definitely recommend addressing it before it becomes bigger, like it mentions here in the write-up. Because when the universe is trying to send us messages and we're trying to up level and we don't listen, it starts to get louder and louder and louder and sends bigger messages. So we start to listen and it becomes harder to ignore. So what is the niggling feeling trying to tell you today? Let me know. I see you, I hear you, I'm here for you, and I love you. See you tomorrow. Bye.